Okay, so when it comes to the opportunities which circular economy is giving to agro-industrial complex and agri-food systems, how we used to say in the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, circular economy is absolutely crucial for the recovery or for the post-conflict recovery of the country like Ukraine. First of all, when it comes to Ukrainian agri-food systems, we have a massive damages for the crop production, damages for the livestock, but also damages for infrastructure. So unfortunately, the massive destructions of the war are moving us into decentralization of infrastructure, specifically in the decentralization of energy sources. We are under continuous attacks, and for the Ukraine is under continuous attacks from the Russian Federation targeting its energy infrastructure. And one of the areas where to ensure the energy security will be the integration of energy generation into agri-food production. So making it one of the potential areas of technological process. So this is a pure example of circular economy, and we in FAO used to call it integrated food energy systems, or IFES. And this is a classic example of circular economy and the impact of it on the agri-food systems. Another impact is specifically Ukrainian, and this is a pure Ukrainian example, caused by Kakhovka Bridge Dam, Kakhovka Dam bridge. There is a huge damage of irrigation systems and full collapse of irrigation systems actually, and to ensure the agricultural production inside the country, specifically in the south, the authorities will be forced to consider decentralization also of irrigation sources of water for irrigation. That one of the ideas is to use the additionally treated wastewater from the municipal wastewater treatment stations, and this approach is absolutely in line with EU water reuse directive, and this is again one of the best examples of circular economy, which has a significant importance for Ukraine. Well, there are certain drivers, I would say, of such sort of transformation, the biggest driver, of course, is for such sort of transformation, of course, is the European integration, which by default requires the need for transformation of Ukrainian agri-food systems in line with major EU policies like Green Deal, for example, or Farm to Fork, when it directly applies to agricultural sector. And the fact that Ukraine remains as one of the biggest agri-food producers in the world, and probably one of the biggest in Europe, will certainly, in case the situation with the war is more or less resolved, the conflict is shut down, then under these circumstances, of course, with the policy will declared by the governments of Ukraine to move towards the European Union, it will create a big source for the investments, because the importance of Ukrainian agriculture is absolutely critical, not only for ensuring food security in Ukraine, but also on the global level. And of course, there are innovative technologies which are becoming the next driver, and the importance of these innovative technologies, of innovative approaches, is extremely important again for Ukraine and also for ensuring of the global food security. The reason why it is important for Ukraine is quite simple. We have a significant reduction of population nowadays, and there is a big deficit in labor forces also in rural territories, and coupled with gender disbalance, we have much more women rather than men, and we have much more elderly people rather than youth. We will be forced to implement innovative technologies to ensure better production of agricultural sector, like drones, for example, where under unfortunate circumstances, Ukraine has become one of the world leaders in the application of drones as of now. I mean, this digitalization of agriculture will certainly be a driver of the investments and also of the attracting also the labor forces, which is quite important.